Welcome to my Facebook Live of this week. Now, unfortunately, for one reason or another, I could not cast this video directly to the event page, so I hope you catch it after. But yes, I'm glad to have you here. I had last week some issues. I don't know. Internet issues are often happening. I don't know if it's happening to you as well, but it happens to me. But important is that I'm here and that you are here this week. And today I want to talk about healthy substitutes. Now, I am super passionate about helping people to find something that is unhealthy and make it healthy and they still enjoy it, right? For me, that's something I actually, as a little information, maybe if you know me or don't know me so much, interesting, we had a couple of years ago in Portugal, we opened a healthy coffee shop. Now, the whole idea was not such a good idea. We eventually disengaged. There were a lot of issues, but too long to explain. But what I did is I prepared the menu for this coffee shop. And basically, I put together a really nice menu. And because it's a coffee shop, obviously, people expect to have some sweet things in there and some light fare and so on. And I developed a couple of really healthy foods there that are tasty and people like. And there was something like it was so good, a raw vegan chocolate cake. And to tell you, people came specifically just for that cake into our coffee shop. So really, people loved that cake. It was definitely our best seller. But I did a lot of other recipes. And so today I want to share a couple of healthy substitutes, and feel free to ask me as well. Usually when I work with my clients, when they come and they say, hey, Andrea, I would love to eat healthier, but I cannot live without my lasagna or without my mac and cheese or without my sweets, right? The desserts I'm eating or whatever it is, right? I say, no problem. Let's work on making those to something that is good for you, that you enjoy, that's an acceptable choice that you like, but that's a little bit healthier or much healthier, depending obviously what it is. And there are so many ways, right? One very good sample is ketchup, right? Ketchup is a really unhealthy food if you buy it in the bottle. I don't want to name any brand here, but most of those ketchup brands put a lot of sugar in, a lot of additives, and it's really a long list of ingredients, and it's very unhealthy. But did you know that you can do your own ketchup that is 100% healthy? And you can, if you would drink or eat or whatever tons of it, it would still be healthy. So I will never recommend to eat a lot of any kind of food, even if it's a healthy food, because it's really important to have a good balance in your eating. So today I want to share some healthy substitutes and how to improve your way of eating. And by the way, now how can I do this one? No, I'm not sure. I don't want to. Yeah, here. Sorry for talking. Can I leave comments here? No, I cannot leave comments here. I'm sorry. I'm trying a system here, and of course it doesn't help me very well. So I can unfortunately not immediately put it in the comments, but I will do it once I'm off here. Put it in the comments, or maybe I can. No, I can't. Too dangerous. I really don't want to risk anything that I'm going here away. Oh, here it is actually. I can do that. Sorry. Okay, so I will put in the comment section, I will put a couple of links with some really great resources that I put together for you. Let's see if that works here. Yes, it works. Great. So you see that now in the comments with some great resources. One being my blog post, which I just put here for you to help you get get all the details about my healthy substitute. So you want to check that out. And there are a couple of other things, like you can join my Facebook group, which is all about cravings and how to improve them. If you join, you get regular updates and tips, and I'm live there as well, by the way. And so I would highly recommend you join it. And then there's something else, which I will share a little bit later. So first of all, a really good idea for you is to swap out deep fried foods for some healthier alternatives. So instead of having your greasy French fries, maybe try some rather baked fries, right? Or baked, for example, potato chips. So if you take potatoes and you cut them very thin and you put just a little bit of olive oil on top, put it on baking paper and then bake it in your oven, much better choice and super good as well, right? Even better choice would be to have sweet potato fries, right? And do them as baked, right? Sweet potato, baked potatoes. So you cut them again, same like potatoes, leave the skin on. The skin is where all the vitamins and the minerals are in. Obviously wash it before, cut it super thin, put just a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit, like like with a brush or so, maybe some spices or so, and put them in the oven until they're nice and crispy. That is really one of those things. And you can do that, by the way, with all kind of vegetables, right? I really like doing this as well with carrots. You could try it with zucchinis. You can also try it, by the way, it's really nice to do that with eggplant. And then you might have heard of kale. Simply kale is really great because it's already thin, right? So you just take the kale leaves, you put them, out on your rack, and you again put a little bit of spices over it, a bit of oil if you want, and then you can get them crispy and have your crispy things here. So these are really helpful things that taste good. You enjoy it. Put a little bit of salt over it. Don't overdo it, but a little bit of salt or maybe a little bit of garlic with it or so, whatever it is. And that is a healthy snack that you can have, maybe not tons, but if you have like a cup of that, you're fine, right? And you can snack without feeling guilty. So that's one thing that really can be very helpful for you. Another really great idea is to serve some grilled vegetables on the side instead of some greasy potato chips or some other fried food, right? Very often you have a lot of very starchy sides, right? And there's usually you have usually a lot of rice, a lot of French fries, a lot of potatoes, and so on. Whereas some of them are not too bad, but if eaten in a big amount, it becomes unhealthy, and the balance between your macros becomes in a negative way, and too much carbohydrates lead to more cravings for sugar and other carbs, and it's kind of a constant vicious cycle. And that, by the way, plays a role in your cravings and in your blood sugar as well, which you want to get under control. And after all, a huge amount of starches are usually the factor in weight issues, right? Most people are eating too many starches, too many carbs, not enough fiber, not enough protein, and not the right fats as well. Fats are good, but usually the wrong fats are not good, and that's the issue. So next time, do some nice grilled veggies. Now, I really love, like take a big tray or so, and I cut my veggies quite big so I can do it quickly. I usually take some carrots, I use some eggplant, sometimes I add normally tomatoes. I really like using pumpkin or butternut. I normally use some zucchini as well, and whatever is available, right? I add garlic, I add a bit of onion sometimes, lots of herbs, salt, pepper, and olive oil. And then I bake it, and I just turn it once, and I bake it for quite, so it becomes kind of caramelized. And this as a side dish for your whatever else you're eating is really, really great. And then a really great snack idea is popcorn, right? Popcorn is something that's healthy. Now, I do not mean the store-bought popcorn that comes like the buttery with lots of added flavor or so. I mean like buying the corn that you can pop, right? There's special corn which is there for popcorn, which is basically dried. It's, by the way, much cheaper, and you can buy a big bag and then just take a handful and pop it, right? Either whatever in your frying pan, or with very little oil, by the way, and or in a microwave as well, right? I usually would use coconut butter or coconut oil, or you can use real butter, but just a little bit, right? You need very little for that one, and then just add a little bit of salt over it and maybe some spices or so. That's it. No sugar and nothing else that is somehow artificial. And popcorn is a really, really great snack. I like, by the way, hummus with carrot sticks or celery sticks or some other vegetables. For me, that's my go-to snack in the evening, sometimes when I like something extra that's a little bit more filling, but also in between the day. Hummus is a really, really great food that is satisfying. It's good. You can do it in different ways. It's very versatile. You can use ideally vegetable sticks, but also some sort of healthy, for example, brown rice crackers might be an idea, or maybe you have gluten-free healthy crackers or so. Could be something. I do my own, or rather my husband does our flaxseed crackers. He does almond crackers as well. So we do them all at home. And that's really great for for a great snack. Another really good idea is to use fruits and vegetables when they are in season and add them just throughout the year wherever you can, right? It's much better. Or if you don't have access or you want it even easier, then just use frozen vegetables. The advantage is they are pre-cut, washed and everything, and you literally just can grab it and then do them the way maybe you can do a stir fry, or do them in the oven, or maybe just steam them or so. Like this, having additional vegetable as a side is really, really great for you to cut down and make dishes healthy. And for me, for example, I sometimes get people who say, oh, but I'm a bit bored with vegetables. And I get it. But what I do is I dress up vegetables, right? I put on the makeup. So for example, having your favorite kind of vegetables and put them in a tomato sauce and cook them, or maybe do them the Asian style in a coconut cream sauce, right? With some curry and so on. Healthy, but really, really tasty, right? Oh, I love that. And then you add maybe a little bit of quinoa, which is a healthier option than your brown rice, and some side of vegetables, or you just do your Asian or whatever is with vegetables in there, or maybe add some meat or fish or whatever it is. So that's really, really good. The trick, in fact, is to keep something ready, right? If you are able to have always a healthy dish ready that you enjoy, then you don't need to snack, because very often we snack obviously the unhealthy thing because they're quick to do. But if you prepare yourself like a big bowl of broccoli ahead, or some carrots, you cut the carrots, or you have some hummus or whatever it is, right? So you're always there, and you can indulge when you want, right? So that's super important. It's also really important to have a couple of sort of unhealthy, healthy substitutes. What I mean by that is, desserts are nice. So first of all, instead of desserts, a good idea is to have rather fruits, right? But you also don't want to do it too much. You don't want to overdo fruits, because still they have sugar and calories and it adds up, right? So a little bit of fruit is always a better option. But if you like a dessert, instead of a dessert, maybe just have a small piece of dark chocolate, and I recommend 80% or more. Or make a dessert with that dark chocolate. Like if you would do a chocolate mousse with that kind of chocolate and not add normal sugar, but instead of normal sugar, add, for example, coconut sugar or stevia to it, that's a healthy dessert, right? So find ways of making what you like a little bit healthier, right? Maybe a cake, instead of using the sugar in the cake, add stevia and coconut sugar or dates or something to it. Or make the topping maybe a little bit sweeter with fruits, and then have less sugar in the base or so. So there's so many ways of finding it. And by the way, if you have any questions, please do type them in the comments so I can get back to you on that and help you, even if it is after our broadcast, right? Great. Now, another really great idea or tip here is to make a grocery list, right? When you go shopping, write down already the healthy things that you want to add, so you have, you don't buy the unhealthy things. So Googling it, searching it before and finding healthier substitutes. It's so easy, actually. I mean, just write healthy ketchup, right? Or how to make your own healthy ketchup. You get the answer, right? Whatever you can do. Instead of ordering pizza with extra toppings, maybe get just the base of cauliflower pizza and then do your own healthy toppings on it. Or, have a lasagna, but have it with healthy vegetable, right? And maybe skip the cheese sauce or something like that. So there are a lot of ideas, and there are more ideas, by the way, in my blog post. So you want to check it out. The link is in the description here. Sorry, in the comments. And by the way, it's very important and very, very good to learn to read nutrition labels, right? By speaking on it, there is so much hidden in the ready-made foods that you don't know of, and very often people think they eat healthy because it says it's healthy, but it's not healthy. So learning how to read your nutrition labels is definitely one tip I can give you. If you need help, please do sign up, or do let me know, and you can always sign up for a chat with me and we can talk a little bit more. But definitely learning to read the nutrition labels, and rather choose foods where there's only one ingredient or no more than 5 ingredients, and you understand what they are, and there's something that is healthy. If you don't understand what it is, or it sounds anything like sugar, stay away, right? That is my tip. Now, if you are interested in getting more health, I also have really a great news for you. I am soon gonna be part of the Peri and Menopause Summit, which I will talk about, how to improve your menopausal or perimenopausal symptoms through healthier eating and through healthier lifestyle habits. In the comments, there's the link to it. I have a special link for you to get the special price. It's just a small little fee actually to participate. And in the summit, there will be other speakers as well, all helping to overcome perimenopause or menopausal issues or symptoms or whatever it is. So join us there. And of course, as I mentioned, if you want any more tips or so, if you have any questions, just send us some comments here and I will get back to you. And remember to check out my blog post and to join my Facebook group. The link is in the comments. Now, I look forward meeting you and seeing you next week at the same time. I try to be on time. Hopefully my internet doesn't let me down next time. And until then, see you. Bye-bye.